Yo guys, what is up? You are back for another video at DataZero. We're looking at AMC, GME, stocks, and crypto. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, facts, data now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing unprecedented numbers here as far as AMC dark pool volume. AMC dark pool volume, 20 million shares were traded in the dark pool today, 80% of AMC's volume. This is insanity. This is proof that there might be synthetic shares. I know people always say there are 100% synthetic shares, but this is actual proof of it. Also, this is proof they are absolutely desperate to keep the meme stocks down right now. AMC should be over 286, but they're dark pooling everything. Volume is extremely low because they keep dark pooling everything, and we're still getting decent volume, but it should be much higher. As you guys can see, volume for today was sitting at an impressive 24 million shares, but they are dark pooling everything because if we do get volume, we'll overrun their algorithms, we'll overrun the short shares, and we'll start to run up. Also, they're using the dark pool heavy because shares available to borrow and cost to borrow are starting to rise. This is why they desperately need your yes vote. We literally could see something happen here for AMC, and I'm telling you guys, it could just start popping off at any moment, but we cannot give them liquidity by allowing them to have shares. Look at cost of borrow right now. This is proof that something is brewing in the background and liquidity is drying up. 0.90% cost of borrow here. As the cost of borrow rises, price will too, ladies and gentlemen. If we see cost of borrow over 1% or higher, that is very, very bullish, especially for meme stocks. 1.1 million short shares. You can see they got a decent amount of short shares, but they had to pay for that because liquidity is low right now. This is proof that everything I've been saying is true. You must vote no. We must be on a united front. We must not give them liquidity, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get that squeeze. And then if Adam Aaron wants to sell shares at a very high price, he can, but you're not selling shares at $2.80. So brewing in the background, guys, we have lots of information saying that something's happening in the background. Cost of borrow for GME rising as well. 1.6 million short shares here at time of recording, at 0.44 here for GME. But AMC has an impressive cost to borrow with an insane amount of shares being dark pooled. The volume's absolutely exploded over the last 2 days, showing the absolute desperation for them to keep it down. Also showing that liquidity is drying up in the background. So I know people are disappointed with the price right now, and with AMC, sometimes you can't always look at the price. You have to look at what potentially could be in the future, because AMC and GME both like to run randomly, guys. We get these random rallies. You guys can see we had one here. We had this big, huge one here in 2024. Same thing here for GME, this big, huge one in 2024. We had this rally here from 18 all the way up to $34. I mean, these are decent moves to the upside, guys. If you buy low and sell high on these, that's over an 80% move. You could make decent change from selling these rallies or buying up and trading these rallies, ladies and gentlemen. So again, me personally, I be making moves. I do what I have to do to make sure I get money and make sure that I'm always staying ahead of the curve, and sometimes you have to take profits. Now, GME looks like it's going to be able to break above 2350 this week, but it's been a struggle for us. Okay, this is the key level. Once we break above 2350, we know we're back in the game. That's why they're desperately trying to keep us away from 2350. It looks like we're getting closer and closer and closer. We retested it all day, but we couldn't stay above it. But we keep making higher lows, so we keep getting rejected from it, but getting higher lows. So we're building up bullish pressure underneath it to try to blast past it. And once we do, you'll see a decent push to the upside, and we'll probably head towards this gap fill here, which is right underneath the $24 level. You guys can see $23.99 to $23.81. There's a gap fill here for GME. That gap is going to get filled. We also have gap fills on the daily time frame, much higher up. But I'm telling you guys, something is definitely setting up for the meme stocks. I think GME is setting up for a move, and I think AMC is also setting up for a move. And because short interest is going higher, because cost of borrow is going higher, the move could actually be impressive here for AMC. Also, short interest was down low. Short interest is coming back up. That's also another sign liquidity is drying up. 10.34%. They're shorting more and more and more. Why? Because liquidity is drying up, and they need to keep the stock down. GME short interest here at the time of recording is sitting at an impressive 17.61%. If shorts, all of those shorts were to get squeezed, that would be an impressive move. So I'm thinking GME is going to break above 2350 probably tomorrow here and hold it. But this is going to be a battle. If we do break and hold it, you'll see a decent pop to the upside. And then AMC, we need to see break above 286. Once it confirms that, it can go to the 290, and then 290 will lead to the $3. But right now, just like GME, we've been consolidating. Basically, both of the meme stocks has rallied, and now they're consolidating, getting ready to push up for what I believe is going to be another leg to the upside. You guys can see GME came all the way to 28.30 and is now consolidating. I believe it's going to push up past that 28.30, and I believe what AMC is going to do is push up past this 318. You guys can see that AMC trended up from this bottom when I called out at 267, and then we have broke down from that trend line. We are now forming a bottom, and then I think we're going to push up for a higher high. So I believe all that excitement that we've seen here last couple of weeks, the past couple of weeks when we were rallying and everyone was getting hyped again, it will come back, but people are not really fully understanding what's going on unless you watch this channel and you're tapped in, because I think the next leg of the rally up for the meme stock is actually coming. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. They are definitely showing signs of desperation. I think GME is going to start moving up here soon, AMC as well. Something is definitely brewing in the background with those dark pool numbers. You guys can see RSI is trending up, letting us know momentum is building here on GME, and MACD is getting more and more green. This thing is going to explode. It's only a matter of time for both of these meme stocks to continue up, and that rally that we once had to just a few weeks ago to continue again. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. Let's go ahead and go to SPY in the overall market, and then we'll go to crypto. SPY, we're still having the government shutdown. SPY reclaimed 66505 here in after hours, and it's most likely going to push up pretty hard tomorrow, in my personal opinion. Once you reclaim this level, that was the confirmation for me that it's going to push up, and you're probably going to see SPY run up to about 66824. And we could possibly go as high as 670. I don't know if it's going to be 670 tomorrow, but then from there is the real question what happens, because I know once we get to one of these levels, we're going to correct down, but I'm not 100% sure right now until I see a little bit more price action which one it's going to be. A lot of people think new all-time highs are coming, and that might be the case, but we are not out of the woods yet for that crash. The crypto market is telling me that, and it looks like SPY does want to recover hard. We have this very, very bullish hammer candle here on the daily time frame. Also, crypto is trying to recover, and the crypto markets and SPY have kind of been tied right now. So you guys can see that crypto's not out of the woods and SPY's not out of the woods just yet. I'll let you know what we need to see for BTC to let us know it's out of the woods. But SPY reclaiming 66505 is major. As long as it stays above this, then it has a chance to push up as high as 670. I think what we are going to see SPY do is push up and then potentially make a double top formation. But this is later down the road, and then fall back. I don't think we're out of the woods yet with this crash unless we get some really good news, something to drive the markets much higher, because we are still very, very frothy here on the monthly time frame. And once we run up the weekly time frame, we'll go right back into overbought territory. It didn't cool down that much to give us much more room to run. So SPY tomorrow, I'm thinking, could have a pretty decent bullish day as long as it holds 66505. It could start off slow as it tries to consolidate above this level, but once it confirms that, you're going to see a move towards 66824 and possibly as high as 670, where then it will most likely correct back down to the downside. So this is kind of what I'm looking at here for SPY, and then maybe something like this in the afternoon. So a push up, drop down, maybe using the support, and then a push up again. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY in the overall market. Let's go ahead and go to BTC and crypto. Again, data drops are not important right now because government shutdown is still in play, and I'm expecting the government shutdown to potentially last a long time. BTC, to let us know that we're out of the woods, needs to get above 115,700. If you see Bitcoin above that level and holding it, that lets us know that we are indeed recovering. It looks good so far, but it's still in that shaky territory, and that's why you can see if you look at crypto fear and greed, we still haven't moved out of that fear territory because there still is a ton of fear left over from that correction, and it probably shook a lot of people out. In fact, people even lost their lives. That was actually crazy, the crash that we saw after we got those Trump tariff announcements, and then some traders even took their lives. Some of you guys just now finding out this news, so that's why we are covering again. I did do a whole video on the crypto crash and breaking down insider trading that happened during the crash, so make sure you guys check that out. If you missed that video, it is on my channel. But ladies and gentlemen, the ETFs that were supposed to come here for the altcoins, because remember I told you guys there was a few ETFs coming for altcoins, maybe possibly like XRP, Dogecoin, Solana. Those can't come until the government shutdown is over. So again, it's still potentially very, very bullish here if these do come into play, but it looks like they're getting postponed down the road with this government shutdown. You want to see Bitcoin above 115,700 because Bitcoin is the leader of altcoins, and once Bitcoin recovers, the other altcoins recover. But you guys can see since Bitcoin is down, most of the altcoins are down. A coin that's been crazy, going nuts, is the COAI, just to keep that on your radar. I'm not telling you to buy it or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know it's been going absolutely crazy, making insane gains, and just putting it on your radar. You guys can see here for the week here, it's up 210%, and it's not showing for the month, but it's been going crazy. ZEC is another coin that's been doing numbers as well, so just keep that on your radar for potential coins that could potentially do some numbers. Now, Bitcoin, I think, is consolidating and going to move up, but it's going to take some time. I want to see Ethereum break back above 4,000, but we're still in this overall falling wedge, which looks like a bullish accumulation pattern. We might come down a little bit more, but once we reclaim 4,000, you should see a decent push up. This should correlate with Bitcoin moving up as well. Obviously, if you see the altcoins move up, Bitcoin's going to be needing to move up. Bitcoin could still be in this bullish consolidation pattern where we had this crazy breakout all the way to all-time highs, which I did call out. I said Bitcoin would make a new all-time high. Then we got the Trump tariff crash, and I did call for a pullback, but not a pullback like that. That was insane. I called a pullback maybe to about like 113,000, 110,000. We came all the way down to 104, but we're still possibly breaking out of this pattern and retesting it, where we could actually see a move up and back up towards that all-time high range. And that's ultimately what I do want to see here for BTC, because if BTC loses 109.5, it is absolutely going to dump, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to let you guys know that's very, very clear. If we lose 109.5, the next level of support would be like 105 or 100,000. So if we did lose this key level, you would be seeing a move down, but I don't think we're going to lose that key level. I was looking at it during the live stream. There are a lot of buy orders sitting for BTC right around that key range that we were talking about that we don't want to lose. If you go ahead and look at the buy orders here just on the 4-hour time frame, you guys can see all the way from like 111,500 down to 108,200. You guys can see there's all those buy orders. All those green blocks are buy orders holding us up right now as people accumulate. Now, there are some sell orders here, but it looks like we're going to most likely accumulate here, holding this 109.5 as support and push up from that level. In order to confirm that we are indeed going to break out, Bitcoin needs to break above 115,700, and that would confirm that yes, indeed, we are going to see a full recovery for BTC, and most likely potentially even do all-time highs. Especially if SPY pushes up as well and NASDAQ push up as well, you could see BTC correlate with that and move up. So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin in the crypto market. Again, with this correction, some of the altcoins got knocked pretty hard. Cardano ADA still tracking mostly, but Cardano ADA got hit hard. Right now, you want to see ADA above 70 cents in order to really confirm that it is indeed moving up. But really, I think what we need to see, no matter what coin you're looking at, whether that's Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, whatever the case may be, I think we need to see Bitcoin move up, and then the rest of the altcoins will move up. Again, Bitcoin is there's reasons why it's most of my portfolio. It from the crash only, like right now, it's only down about 12% from its high. So again, other altcoins got flushed, but Bitcoin remained strong when the other coins were bleeding. Yes, it did bleed, but it remained one of the strongest coins with the least amount of losses. So guys, this was your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate you if you watched to the end. Thank you so much. And as always, y'all, make sure you have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. I do have a Discord, guys. The Discord has exclusive information, technicals, and predictions. There's also exclusive community as well. If you want to get involved in that, hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5, linked in the comment section description below. Payment is made by a PayPal or Cash App. Once you make payment, I will send you the link. It has exclusive predictions where I give call-outs and price targets and much, much more. So if you want to join that, hit me up on my email or Instagram, linked in the comment section below. And if you guys want to support the channel in a different way, you could drop a super chat or check out the merch store. I appreciate each and every one of you, and as always, man, peace.